Coming up on Facebook Live shortly.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So I'm running a little bit late this morning. I hope everything is going okay. Drop Off Light Sports. This morning is going to be without the star. She is at G Mama's today. Actually, they're both at G Mama's, so it is just going to be me. So, yeah, a little bit closer to 9 o'clock than it was 8:30. But, Delvin, good morning to you. Thanks for guys hanging with me. I went to see the Pretenders last night for the first time last night, Mira Old National Center. Thank you, Jimi Hendrix. That was an outstanding show. I mean, it was a really good show. First time I've ever seen the Pretenders live, and it's good. Really good. The Mira is an excellent place to see a show. Also, a lot of you, I think, went up to see Weezer last night. Weezer and the Pixies. It was a big weekend for Dave Matthews Band fans because from what I've heard, Friday and Saturday was pretty awesome. And they tell me that Saturday, that Dave Matthews Band, where they don't normally play a lot of the notable, more known, more popular songs, they kind of did that, like Too Much, Ants Marching, all that. But I heard this weekend was really good. Nope, Seltzer, it's all right. We're here. We're good to go. Just running a little bit behind. Here's one of the reasons why, all right? You guys remember the show Facts of Life, right? You guys remember the show Facts of Life? Remember the first 2 seasons of Facts of Life when Molly Ringwald was on it? Going on, I had to watch it. Going on right now was a very special Facts of Life where Blair and Sue Ann were with a group and they were lighting up marijuana. They were lighting up doobies and talking about bong hits. And Helen Hunt, I think, was in that too. It was pretty awesome. Pretty funny when you think about it. But that's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit late, because of the Facts of Life, which is weird. All right, it's weekend sports-wise. What do we have? First of all, Friday, if you guys missed it, I had fantastic interviews with Kevin Pritchard and Doug McDermott. We actually went back-to-back. David Benner, who handles the media stuff for the Pacers, had to get up to a Dave Matthews Band show, so we did back-to-back interviews with Kevin Pritchard and Doug McDermott, and it was very good. All you needed to know about the whole land situation was right there. You can check it out, 1070thefan.com. It was really good. Then we had a little bit of a bust out with some folks saying that what Kevin Pritchard said about Lance sometimes being the best player on the other team, sometimes being the best player on the Pacers team. People took that as, oh my God, kicking Lance when he's on out. It was Kevin Pritchard has said like 3 or 4 times. Not even with just interviews with me. He's said it 3 or 4 times. It wasn't a big deal. None of that's a big deal. So hopefully you realize it's not a big deal. Stop making big deals out of crap that's not a big deal. And that's not a big deal. Hey, I like Lance as much as anybody, but the direction they're going right now is a good direction. Tyreek Evans is a good direction as long as he stays healthy. Heath, good morning to you, watching Wimbledon. Christopher, good morning to you. Thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate that. But you want to listen to the entire interview, both he and McDermott, really good, at 1070thefan.com from Friday. All right. You know what song this is? Good morning, Joni. Oh, I love this song. Woo! This would be In a Big Country by Big Country. They don't make them better than this in the 80s. This is classic 80s right here. Let me turn this up. I guarantee there's nobody out there that does not like this song right now. Awesome. Too bad this guy's no longer with us, but awesome. Look at my wife left me in the truck this morning. Rabbit's feet. I'm a little superstitious, just a little bit. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Kurt. God, this is a good song. He says that came out the year he was born. Eric says great song. It is a great song. Big countries in a big country. This video, watch YouTube and check out this video where they're all riding around on 3-wheelers. Remember back in the day when they were just 3-wheelers? You had 3-wheelers and they turned over all the time? I think Honda made a brand of 3-wheeler back in the day called Big Red. They were all riding three-wheelers. I love this song, man. I do. All right. Andrew Luck's throwing the football to the receivers today, working out in Stanford. I don't know if anybody saw the tweet from Chester Rogers, Colts wide receiver, but he's going to Stanford, and you know why else would he go to Stanford other than to have the quarterback throw footballs to him? So you should be feeling good about that. Yeah, you know what, Corey, this is? Butler Bulldog Yeti right here is what it is. Yeti. I'm drinking tea out of it. That's not dirt on top of it, so don't say, dirty cup. I'm drinking a little Milo sweet tea this morning out of the Butler Yeti. That's what we're doing.
DJ Bueller's
Woo!
Breakfast Beat
I'm
Mix.
going to remix this up, too. I wish I could remix. That's good. James Hinchcliffe yesterday won the race in Iowa. I'm sure we'll probably bring that up a little bit later on today. My Reds were taken 2 of 3 by the Cubs, and the Reds actually should have won all 3. But here's the problem the Reds have. They have 3 All-Stars, the Reds, Suarez, Votto, and Jeanette. The problem the Reds have is they ultimately have to pitch. They have to run a pitcher out there, and that sucks. What's up, Rob Ellis? But you got to run a pitcher out there if you're the Reds. Their pitching sucks so bad. I mean, if you watched the game on Saturday, Hughes couldn't field a comebacker, and that's just the Reds. I'll still take it, though. The Reds have at least been playing better, but the reason why they've been playing better for the most part is because they've been swinging the bat. Eugenio Suarez is having a fantastic year, and they have 3 All-Stars, but we're taking 2 or 3 by the Cubs over the weekend, and really, they should have probably swept the Cubs again. Anyway, we'll probably bring that up later on today as well. I mentioned that Andrew Luck. We'll bring up a little football for you, too. Get a little breakdown of that coming up today. Racing in Hinchcliffe. Was it Eric Jones that won in Daytona over the weekend? Oh, here's the remix part. See, this is why I want to be able to remix like this. Why can't I do it? Good morning, Andrew Hooker. That's good stuff right there. He says, I hope you can beat the Cards this weekend so we can clean house at the end of the season. I wouldn't count on that, man. So, I mean, not cleaning house, but the Reds beating. The Reds just don't have any pitching. The young pitching they're waiting on, you know. You saw that. I mean, Stevens, you see Stevens walking the winning run yesterday. Was there anything more predictable than that? Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Ted. I know, and it's going to be another hot one down in GC. Hey, speaking of Greene County, I had to thank the Russells. I stopped by, saw a lot of my old friends. Buck Russell's 50th birthday party and a little fireworks show on Saturday, as they always have. And it was awesome. Good morning, Sandy Sue Watson Williams. But that was a great time. Took the kids down there, hung out. Saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. And it was a great time in GC. Lovely Lisa, good morning. Corey Kinney. Man, even Corey Kinney, like a huge Cubs fan, knows that the Reds should have at least won 2 of 3, if not all 3. The Reds pitching. The Reds pitching stinks. Nowhere else to put it. So, what are you going to do? A game they should, especially that Saturday game. That Saturday game was a joke. Comebacker right at you. Tailor-made. Bobble it. Anyway, yeah, thank you, the Russells, for having a great time down in GC. Good time. What about Votto? Votto is on the All-Star team. Is that the question mark there we're asking? I don't know. I saw Votto. Didn't I see Votto, Suarez, and Jeanette? Votto's really not having a type of All-Star year, but Jeanette and Suarez both are. Suarez is having a really good year to this point, and I think Jeanette's up in hitting, maybe leading the league or up around. I think he was at least leading the National League in hitting, and Suarez was leading in runs batted in. No, you're talking about Votto? No, I'm talking about Saturday. I'm talking about Saturday, the comebacker to Hughes. So, Votto. But, yeah, Votto was yesterday. Hughes, I was talking about Saturday, the comebacker that he muffed. So, Matt Allen, good morning to you. All right, what else questions we got today? Thoughts on any Pacer stuff? We can do that if you want. there's still one really big domino to fall here, and that is what's going to end up, if anything, happening to Kawhi Leonard in the NBA. That is something we're going to follow. And got a busy week for you. I got more stuff to give away, and I'm going to have to make an announcement. I don't know how this is going to work just yet, but Lainey goes to third grade, so Lainey gets moved up an hour. So I'm going to have to figure out exactly how I'm going to handle drop-off line sports with Lainey getting moved up an hour. But we will figure it out, I promise. I promise. Anyway, I mentioned James Hinchcliffe from yesterday, too. I mentioned the racing of the weekend. It's really kind of a boring time of year. It really is. And yeah, Corey, I saw Chester Rogers tweet that he's going to Stanford, and we all assume that he's going to be in the rest of the wide receivers throwing with Andrew Luck. Michael Gilmore asked this, bench is starting to look really solid. Steve said, watch Summer League game Saturday. I was impressed. TJ Leaf had a better game than he did in that first game, for sure. I've watched a little bit of the Summer League. I was watching last night the Clippers. Who was it? The Clippers and somebody. The Clippers and the Kings last night in Summer League, I think. Steve says, I think the bench is going to look better with Holiday. Holiday's looked really good so far. Hey, I mean, really, on paper, the Pacers are a lot better. Here's what the Pacers did this offseason that you should really like. The Pacers got better on paper without losing hardly anything. I mean, they lost Lance and everybody said, but they got better without hardly losing anything. We'll see. We'll see if Tyreek Evans can stay healthy. We'll see if Doug McDermott can be consistent. I do like Kyle O'Quinn. That should probably be officially announced either today or tomorrow, I would guess. Matt Allen says, I listened to the podcast with Pritchard, didn't realize LeBron recruited Lance. Yeah, we talked about that on Thursday. He did. LeBron James called Lance Stevenson, and that's ultimately why Lance ended up going. And a lot of people said, well, wasn't it about the Pacers just, they declined his option, didn't want him. They wanted to bring in both Evans and McDermott, but at the same time, they wanted to use that $4.5 million mid-level exception. That they wanted to use that on Lance, and Lance ended up taking $4.5 million to go out with LeBron in LA. So, as Kevin Pritchard told us, it was a Lance decision. It wasn't a they decision, but a lot of people still think he was just trying to, understanding a lot of the public outcry that like Lance, they were upset. Mike said Reds gave away 2 to the Cubs. Yeah, they did. Gave away 2 Saturday and yesterday. Absolutely gave it away. I mean, Amir Garrett on Saturday made me sick. I mean, you come in and you immediately just, in the 8th inning, you walk 2 immediately. Walk the first 2 people you face. Made me sick. He says, got better without shelling out a lot of money. Savvy moves by Pritchard. And you also leave the financial flexibility that if things don't work out according to plan, you're going to have flexibility for an even better, a fantastic free agency period next year. So I like it. I do. Hey, listen to Pritchard and McDermott on the podcast. It's really good. All right, Steve Miller, Bad Jen Islander. What we got here? Bob Seger. My God, I haven't heard this song in forever. There's nobody out there that's going to get who this is right here. Can anybody out there get this? 1994. Who's got it? Who's got the answer to this question? I think she had 2 songs, maybe? 2? 94. Who you got? Man. Maybe not even 2. Maybe just 1. Maybe this. I thought she had 2, though. All right. Anybody remember Gabrielle in Dreams? What? Dreams. Erica Badu. That's good, though. Good guess. Gabrielle. Dreams. Steve Miller, Bob Seger got turned off for this. I'm just running through stuff right here. Hold on. Let's do a song. Hey, a new game really quick. In honor of Laney not being here, let's do a new game. Ooh, I like it. Pearl Jam and Black's pretty good. Let's see if we can guess what is on. I'm not on Yacht Rock right now. What's on Yacht Rock Radio right now? You ready? Kevin, good morning. All right, I'm going to guess And I'm not looking at all. This is on lithium right now. I'm going to guess on Yacht Rock Radio right now, it's going to be Hey 19 by Steely Dan. Hey 19. All right, what's your guess? Hey 19 by Steely Dan, Yacht Rock Radio. Let's turn it to channel 70. Hold on, let me turn this up. Hold on. There we go. That's not it. Here we go. Oh, Cliff Pritchard, Devil Woman. Oh, look, I was so close. This is weird, man. You know this is Steely Dan, right? Little Black Cow. I was close. Close. I said Hey 19 and I get Black Cow by Steely Dan. I was close. Gotta admit. Gary Hudson says, I saw some party or pictures of Buck's party. It looks like it was a good time. It was. It was a good time. I spent a lot of my time talking to Jeff Tiemann. Hey, by the way, too, I dropped a lot of Larceny bourbon down there, too. There were some people that were happy about it, Gary. It was a good time. I was close, man. Steely Dan, that was close. Eric says, Dreams by Gabrielle. Play what's on B105. You want to do that right now? All right. This is going to be what's on B105.7. Let me see. Okay, what's on B105. Hold on. I'm going to guess. What time is it? Hoping not the commercial break here. I'm going to say Madonna and Holiday. What do you guys got? What's on B105.7? What's on B105.7? I'm going to go with Madonna and Holiday. You guys ready? Here we go. Love Shack. Damn. Damn it. Love Shack. Should have guessed Love Shack. Hey, Drop Offline Sports. She may or may not be back tomorrow. For sure, we'll be back on Wednesday. And we'll be ready to rock right here as we keep you going in the summertime. Thanks for being awesome as always, guys. That's Steely Dan. That pick, guys, was as close as I've ever been since I hit it right on the money on the air once with what's on B105.7 when I guessed Lionel Richie. That's close. John, good morning to you. Jeff, good morning to you. Hey, I hope you guys had a great time at the Pretenders last night. If you guys won tickets from me, it was a great show. And if you went to check out Dave Matthews Band on Friday or Saturday, or Weezer and the Pixies yesterday, I hope you had great times too. You guys are awesome. Thank you for dropping through Drop Offline Sports. Brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. Bobcat of Indy, love you guys. Today at 3, I've got you covered. Latest on luck, latest on the Pacers, little racing stuff, and a lot more for you today at 3. And stuff to give away. And Backyard Bourbon Broadcast number 2, we're going to announce a winner and ride to the Reds. Heath, it's the Reds and Cardinals at Great American Ballpark coming up at the end of this month. And we're going to get a bunch of people to go on a bus over there with us. Brought to you by Evan Williams. I promise a great time. And we'll start letting you know all about that coming up later on today. 3 o'clock, Drop Offline Sports, brought to you by Bobcat. Thanks. Talk to you at 3.